other side of this break. Please stay tuned. Back to Insight. In Insight today we are talking about the IPL spot fixing role. And at this point of time, we are joined by Mr. Pradeep Magazine from Hindustan Times. Welcome to the program, Mr. Magazine. We would like to have your your views on this particular incident. And do you see that at the end, will justice be delivered? Do you see that these guys are really involved in it, and the court will be able to do the same? Will it be able to take it forth?
You know, if you raise a larger issue, I think the problem is that the IPL itself, the way it is structured. See, these players have been caught, but for the last 7-8 years, ever since IPL has started, there have been allegations of FEMA violations against the owners. There is this head of the Indian board who also heads the team. He owns the Chennai Super King. There is all sorts of conflict of interest, all sorts of allegations of money laundering. The earlier IPL chairman is absconding from India. He's sitting in London. His passport has been impounded. He is citing that he is saying, "Oh, I have threat from Dawood Ibrahim. I can't come back to India." So if you look at IPL and the way T20 cricket is, T20 cricket itself lends itself to all sorts of spot fixing, because everyone has a license to do anything he can do. In 1 over, you see 30-40 runs being hit and you say, okay, it's possible. You see plethora of everyone, of the media, of the owners, of the board officials. Everyone is closing his eyes because everyone thinks there is a fast buck to be made. Now these 3 players have been caught. Obviously they are already behind bars. There are FEMA violations against the owners. There is an owner of an IPL team against whom Supreme Court is telling him, pay back money to your investors. There are 24,000 crore rupees which Subrata Raj Sahara has to pay to his investors. He is not paying that. There is your Vijay Mallya, the owner of an IPL team, who declared himself bankrupt. He closed down his airlines. He is not paying salaries to his staff, and yet he runs a huge money making or money spending IPL team. There is a social responsibility also. When in Bangalore there was this IPL match, first IPL match to take place, the pilots of his airlines requested, they told people that boycott him. Anywhere else in the world, I do not think that people, we say India is young crowd, they were thronging that stadium. Instead odds, like you have a record of who has bet how much money, and if somebody has bet on something which is unusual, then you will say, okay, fine, this fellow has gained so much of money out of this. How did he know that this will happen? Because this. So yes, it might help, but there are larger social implications of legalizing betting. So it can't be just because there is illegal betting in cricket and there is match fixing. Just that can't be the reason
of regulation that we can have here, sir, because we have seen it in the past. We have debated it umpteen number of times in our studios. Channels have been talking about it. Newspapers have been writing about it. What is the solution? Is there a practical solution that the sports ministry can offer?
You know, in anywhere else in the world, if a team was caught, you see, there are 3 players caught of a team fixing, for spot fixing over there. They're caught for fixing, they're caught for underperforming. Most of the tournament have lost, this team would have been banned immediately. Then there are regulatory bodies, within 24 hours they would have taken a decision, should this tournament go ahead or not? What kind of a punishment should be given? Here there is so much of money at stake of the owners, of the board president. There is such conflict of interest. Your Congress's important functionary, parliamentary minister, I think, he is the chairman of the IPL. If there are FERA violations against various teams, why isn't a quick probe being done? Why did IPL, even after such a shocking scandal, why was a match taking place yesterday? They should have stopped. Is the integrity of the sport more important than the money which corporates have put in? And problem is that the Indian board is not a corporate. It is a body which runs sports in India. It does not need to pander to the needs of the corporates because they will put pressure saying that we have on the payrolls. All the commentators which you watch on TV are on the payrolls of the board, and they are the big names. Do you expect them to have an independent voice and say, no, they feel that this should happen?
They cannot have
they
that
cannot,
independent
because
voice.
they're paid by the board. And
Well,
if anyone raises his Otherwise, their pensions are
No, they have to sign a contract that
And I think, yes, a benchmark has to be created. There should be some harsh treatment. This is what we heard that even I feel, if they have done wrong and if they are convicted, I think a life ban is the way out. Probably even, some financial burden should be employed on them, some penalty of that sort. Because,
of that magnitude.
Yeah, absolutely. And you have to think about the future children coming up. The players even playing at the moment, the youngsters playing. Because if you don't do anything of that sort, I think then there will be wrong, things set up. But I think there should be some harsh
Let me
treatment for the
take
players.
final 2 lines from you, sir.
there are too many doing. Are they using their phones or not? Are they using BBM messages, passing BBM messages or not? A close scrutiny and a real system. Saying zero tolerance is not enough.
Okay. All of you, quite a pleasure having you all here. That's all we have for you in this edition of Insight. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.